If I'd been as fortunate in finding good friends and a mentor, I'd probably be living the high life in Heidel by now.
Do I hear a mere captain belittling the efforts of a baron of Serendia? And in the presence of greater nobility, no less. If Captain Cliff were around, he would have demoted you into dust. Keep your wagging tongue behind your teeth, lest I take it from you.
Apologies, my lady. I'm just frustrated with the current situation. It's such an important time, but he's... So, how do you plan on fighting them? Gonna take them on by yourself? Incoming! What hit the Baron's through? My lady, don't worry, I've... Damn it, these bloody bastards!
The explosions!
Get inside! Lady Isabel, hurry! Shit! I will protect the ladies! Everyone, shout it! Stop coming! Wipe them all out!
Adventurer,
My lady!
Damn it. I hoped you'd never see this side of me. Just... give me a moment to compose myself, would you? I told you I've been taken hostage before. You can see what toll that's taken on me. I only caught a glimpse, but he didn't seem human. More like a demon. I don't believe it. He was the paragon of justice. What could have driven him to such extremes? So, they've decided to settle it amongst themselves, have they? Truly, the minds of men are beyond my comprehension. I have to find Sir Roig and return to Heidel. I'll leave this to you, and again, do not kill him, okay? Thank you. I'll rest in Glish in the meantime. True. Al, what has happened to us?
Lady Isabel wishes to speak with you. Mind your manners and listen well.
My true purpose here is to parley with the Baron of Montvidel. I'll be needing your assistance. Who would have thought the Baron would change so? That's why your help has become even more crucial. I know you're not here to kill the Baron because of his ties to Lady Jarrett. Lady Jarrett is known for her hot temper, but she also cares passionately for those she holds dear. I'm certain your lady wouldn't consider this betrayal, and I'll reward you handsomely. I have full confidence in your ability to carry out this task. Povius will provide you with the pigeon.
Here, get it done. Impossible. How do you wield such power? Who can possibly stop Jordine now?
So this is the end for Serendia. You win. Strike me down. Claim your victory. I only regret that I could not drag Jordine down to hell with me. The Grand Chamberlain's war is now inevitable. Perhaps it's fate. What are you waiting for? Finish me! The war left us nothing but scars, but he seeks to rekindle its flames again.
I grew up the son of a poor knight, serving the Count of Montverdel. I became close friends with Princess Jarette, and Jordine, the son of a secretary. Things have become a bit complicated now, but back then, Jarette was nothing short of an angel. My feelings for her grew by the day, but my humble status kept them from forming into action. When Calpheon invaded Serendia, Jordine's father was serving on the front line. Unfortunately, his father fell in battle, and that ever-cheerful lad spirit was forever shattered. Jordine and I enlisted in General Cliff's unit, and fought fearlessly, like demons in the vanguard. Victory was nearly within our grasp, but then, in a cruel twist of fate, Jarette was captured by the enemy. There was a woman who had a hand in Jarette's kidnapping. Turns out, she was Jordine's lover. As a close friend, only I knew of this, but since we needed his help in rescuing Jarette, I didn't make mention of it. I proposed a desperate plan to General Cliff, sending out 3 of our best warriors to rescue her. I had hoped to be the one to rescue her, and once the war had ended, propose marriage with the dignity of a war hero. However, it was Jordine who snatched the role of knight in shining armor from me. During the mission, Jordine acted impulsively. I aided him and suffered a severe leg injury for it. As he escaped with Jarette in his arms, I could do nothing but watch. But even then, I still trusted my friend. Right after her rescue, the war ended. Calpheon made an example of the Montverdel lands by reducing them to ash. At the ceremony to honor the war heroes, Jordine was made Grand Chamberlain, and Jarette his bride-to-be. And I became Baron of some stone-wrought ruins.
Since then, I've led the quiet, humble life of a farmer. That is, until I learned of Jordine's plans for war. I wished to halt the war, to safeguard Serendia, to protect Jarette. But alas, now, end my suffering swiftly. Then, what nonsense is this? Are you not a hired sword sent by Jordine? This is all part of his plan to quell Montverdel, rally the remaining forces, and strike at Calpheon! Jarette, she sent you? Stop spouting rubbish. Why would Jordine's betrothed want me spared? It's a bald-faced lie! She still considers me a friend. I see. Yes, she was always so sentimental. But what of her husband-to-be? He'll likely never leave me be. Even if you spare me now, Jordine will just try to kill me again! Might as well end it here. Do it! And why are you twisting that particular knife again? Your treasonous blade is indeed Jordine's, not Jaret's. He paid you off in black stones, didn't he? And you use its power, not knowing how it consumes you! And yet you still feign innocence. Did he order you to conceal your identity? If such power is unknown to you, what is this black aura that lurks behind you? No doubt that is the same power I wield. You flaunt that power so blatantly. Did you think no one would notice?
So, the Black Crystal incident at the mill was your doing, I see.
Isabel and Karosha, why are you here? The Grand Chamberlain's mercenary colluding with my benefactor? What's become of Heidel? Or could it be that my benefactor doubts me and sent an assassin to dispose of a potential problem?
Even with Serendia's main forces tied up at the Baragi Den, you couldn't even handle Havano's ragtag army. And then, you stole a black stone and became consumed by it. You've lost all credibility. Lord Alfonso, hand over that black stone to me. It's the least you can do to preserve our relationship. You know very well what awaits you at the end of black stone addiction, don't you?
Understood.
Oh, we're Borwick.
Oh dear. I know you lost your memories, but to have lost all common sense as well? Enrique Karosha, one of the richest men in Calphion and a member of the Parliament. He's my father. Did you help me all this time without knowing this? How cute. How naive. Red Nose and Gear both had black stones, but after you defeated them, those stones were nowhere to be found. I want to make a deal instead. You get what you want, and I get what I want. If you make further efforts to aid me, the Baron's black stone will be yours. Good. I need more concrete evidence that the Grand Chamberlain is preparing for war. Sir Havano Tito is the Grand Chamberlain's closest advisor. He should have whatever incriminating documents we need. There's nothing you can't handle, is there? I'm starting to like you more and more. Why was he keeping this? To use as leverage against the Grand Chamberlain? Should have burned it. It's a secret order from the Grand Chamberlain to put greater pressure on Montfidel. But the sponsor... Bobby... Lauren? Oh, this took an interesting turn. He should be in Glish on business right about now.
Back in my day, we climbed a ladder. From the bottom. Yeah, you have no proof I wrote this. How dare you accuse me, the guild chairman? Hey, just because you have Lady Jarette's backing doesn't make you less of an outsider. Listen well. I, Chairman Lauren of the Heidel Merchant Guild, wield the power around here. Yes, those Calpheon scum may have taken one of my inns because I defaulted on stupid debt, but I ain't dead yet!
His reaction is, well, as passionate as I had expected. My suspicions have settled into certainty. After all, the flow of coin never lies. As you're probably keenly aware by now, Serendia's coffers aren't exactly overflowing. So where do you suppose the Grand Chamberlain, who's preparing for war, is getting his funds? It's the Black Crystals, of course. I've heard talk of frequent attacks on recent shipments heading to Calpheon. Well, go on. Investigate. Povius and I will keep an eye on Bobby. Oh dear. Have you forgotten? I have the Baron's Black Stone. You want this, and I want your full cooperation. We both know exactly what we want, so don't complicate things. I'm nothing if not trustworthy. Caesar is in charge of security for this town and the mill. Ask him to prioritize the safety of Jean merchant goods. I'll leave the method of negotiation up to you. I'm certain you won't disappoint.
Came alone. Is there any chance you're the famed mercenary I requested the Grand Chamberlain to dispatch? I hope you live up to the rumors. Indeed, I heard you handled the Montvidel lot single-handed. Your exploits have made you the talk of the town. So of course I put in a special request for you specifically. If you're as good as they say, you'll be of great help to Glish. Oh, it's an honor that a mercenary favored by her ladyship has come to our aid. Our lands have become a battlefield. Guards are too busy to even blink. The Naga and Fogan situation has reached boiling point. It's become something that our garrison cannot handle alone. Not only villagers living here, but also passing merchants are being attacked. It's utter chaos! Our village is surrounded by great swaths of marshland. In fact, Nagas have lived there for many years. For the longest time, they lived peacefully alongside us. But one day, this bastard Titium arrived, bringing his tribe all the way from the great desert of Valencia, and laid claim to over half the marshland. Since then, it's been nothing but conflict. It's been 9 years already. We're the ones who ended up paying for his audacity. That's why we requested reinforcements from Heidel, which made me think that the Grand Chamberlain sent you. I heard he's been focusing on military training these days, so I hoped he'd bring a swift end to those Nagas and Fogans. We waited and waited, but aid never came, and everyone's complaining. It's a living nightmare. What are we supposed to do? Our own villages are in danger. Do you really think that we've got time to protect stray wagons? If only we had a couple more outstanding soldiers like yourself, we wouldn't be facing these problems. A pity, innit? Of course, we'd like to do just that, but our hands are somewhat tied given the current circumstances. Do I have to keep repeating myself? Dealing with the Nagas and Fogans remains our priority, understood? Finally, somebody who speaks sense. If you sort this mess out, I'll make you a promise. I will promise to make the safety of Jean Merchant Guild my top priority. How's that sound? Huh? Ah! Grand Chamberlain! Shh! Our deal. Keep it to yourself.
Adventurer, what a pleasure to run into you here. Word of your deeds has reached all the way to Heidel. They say you single-handedly took down Alfonso Rundi. Lady Jarrett is at the castle resting. She seems to have a lot on her mind. Due to the rampant activities of the Biragi bandits, we simply couldn't spare the troops to send to Glish. So I took the time to deal with them personally. But seeing you here has taken a weight off my shoulders. Security Officer Caesar, would you give them charge of the town's security? I can vouch for their ability.
Yes, of course, sir. I was just about to entrust such a task to the adventurer.
Ah, and that White Witch you were curious about? It seems I might have some good news for you soon. Security Officer, Heidel will take care of the rewards for the adventurer. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have urgent matters to attend to.
If it had caught me dealing with the Jean Merchant Guild, that'd have been the end for me. As you're aware, the Grand Chamberlain detests Calfian. We could have been in some serious trouble. But what can we do? Our noses are to the grindstone. We're in no position to be choosy whether it's Calfian or Valencia.